Hello and welcome to Jenny G Stitches and Crafts. I'm so happy you found this channel. Since this is the first video of the channel, let me introduce myself. I've been married for about 28 years. I have 3 daughters, and we live where we live. We have chickens, goats, dogs, 2 cats. So maybe sometimes in other videos you might see, some animals or hear them if I'm recording outside. Yeah, so one of the reasons I kind of wanted to do YouTube channel was to meet other people that also like or love doing crocheting and crafts, a little bit of crafts. Because, I do like to do little crafts here and there if I'm not crocheting, or maybe giving my hand a break from crocheting. Yeah, I like to also cross stitch, a little painting, and little just like craft designing, making things, embroidery, and yeah. So since I live in a small town, more of an introvert, I guess you could say. I lived here maybe almost 9 years, but I still don't really know anyone. I know a few people, but they're not into crocheting or anything. I'm pretty sure there's other people in town, but, one step at a time, right? Trying to get out of my comfort zone, and so one of the things I did to get out of my comfort zone, hold on, let me fix that, sorry, was I started, I took a class actually. I took a class on, it was the canning. It was apple pie and fillings, and to make, it was like candy peels, like from citrus fruit. So that was kind of interesting, trying to put myself out there, meet and talk with new people. And another thing I did to get myself out of my little comfort zone again was I started volunteering. I volunteered at the library, the here in town book sale. So I did that a couple times so far this year. And I found out they only do it twice a year, so, well, that's okay. I'll just do it. I'll do it again next year if I'm able to. Because I really liked that. It was nice. I mean, it wasn't, hard to do. You just sit there, and I might post a video about me. I was just sitting there. I was able to bring my crochet. So you can bring a book. You can create, whatever. You just sit there and just wait for someone to come. So that was another thing I did. And this is, this is another thing I had on my list for this year's thing to do. And I figured, okay, I'll give it a try. I was watching Crochet Ma for Life. I really like watching her. She's she has I think over 1,000 subscribers, but that, to me, it doesn't matter how many subscribers you have. It's how you are, and I really like watching her videos. I wish she'd put more videos out, but it was just, same thing as me. She lives in a small town, trying to find other people, that also loved what she did, crocheting and stuff like that. And I thought, well, yeah, I can do that too. Why not? It doesn't hurt to try. So, yeah, so And I thought, well, talk to myself anyways. Why not make them into videos? No, I'm just playing. Yeah, we all talk to each other. We talk to ourselves. We talk to other people. Who knows if they're listening, to be honest. But, you know, it's how it goes. But, yeah, so, you know, that was another thing that made me want to do the videos. It's just, I'm just trying to put myself out there, get in the community, crochet community more. That's like my #1 hobby. And then arts and crafts is like cross stitching, and you know, it's further down. My first go-to is crocheting, and if it's not too hot, it's crocheting during the summer, you know. But if it starts getting really hot, you know, you can always make the smaller projects. But sometimes if I want to sit outside and I'll maybe cross stitch or something. In fact, let me just show you some of the things. So this is like a little table runner, and you see it has crochet, yeah, so that's one thing with the crocheting. And then you have little table toppers you can do. Here's another one. And then your little edges. And the thing with this too, you can also use it. You fold it up like so. See? And then it's gonna be, if you do tortillas, or maybe you have a taco night and you have the flat tortillas, you just warm them up. You put them inside here, then you close it up, and that will keep it warm on your table as you're eating and doing that. Here's another one I just did. So again, I did the same crochet border on this one because it worked up good. It was easy. I don't know if you can see that, but you know, there's those. And then I found these on Etsy, and I did I'm not sure what this technique is called, but it's with a crayon, and then you put a piece of paper on top, but the iron can't be that hot, of course. You can't leave it on that long. And it helps get the extra crayon to melt it off. So when you wash it or dry it, it won't mess up. And see, it's also put your little tortillas in there. And it has the little embroidered, this is embroidered, sorry, I probably said cross stitch, but it has a crochet edge. I did this one, which I added those flowers. It wasn't even on there for the embroidery. And let me see. What's it? Maybe show it. Oh, okay. Okay. Oops, I'm gonna drop it. So I did this one too, and it also has a crayon. It has that crayon, and this has, yeah. Oh, it has the same crochet as the orange. I also added the flowers. Also a tortilla warmer. Cute little gifts. If you're doing a little party, pass them out, souvenirs, whatever you want to do. this is my recent one I did, but I haven't put the crocheted the edge yet. Be a little table cover. Yeah, so there's that cross stitching. And oh, I did this cross stitching years ago, and I made it into, I put it inside this little wooden shadow box. I think I got it at Michael's. And this little ghost guy will glow in the dark. I use glow in the dark string. And I just glued, these were the rings, and I cut off the part and glued those on. And there's that. And then this for October month, I just found on Pinterest, you know, something really quick. I wanted to paint something, so I did Beetlejuice. Painted this, the green slime is that, what is it? Puff paint. So, you know, it's like 3D. There you go. You can see it better. Yeah, that was really easy, quick to do. I had to give my hands a break from some ghost coasters I was making. I think I have. Oh, and I also did this for October, and that's another reason why I painted, because this is a dolly. Can you see it? Yeah, this came out. This is my first one I did, and this was really huge, which I wanted to do this in glow in the dark, but as huge as it came out, I was glad I didn't, because glow in the dark yarn is not cheap. I mean, can you imagine if it looked really cool? But that would have been that would have been expensive with all that glow in the dark. And I know these walls are bare, so sorry about that. I do plan on, I'm not sure what I want to do. I was thinking of doing like some granny squares, because, you know, like I have bought, I think I bought like, you know, this red heart, or you can do the granny square. I bought like a lot of different colors. So I was thinking of doing a little wall hanging, like different colored granny squares, connect them and just hang it, because I don't have the yarn wall that looks so pretty that you see in the YouTube videos that other crocheters. I have this corner, which I have this, I don't know if you can see it, if I get out of the way. It's some of it, that blanket I did. And I'll sit here in my little corner and I'll crochet or read if my daughter's cat is not hogging the chair, because she likes to sit here too. It's a comfy chair. But that blanket I got from, I think I wrote it down. Yeah, Crafty Crystal on YouTube. She shows you how to do it, and it's like granny squared and all that. Well, it's a bunch of, makes it look like it's layered, but it's not. It's Crafty Crystal, and I think it's called the Squared Diamond Granny. So you can look her up, maybe look that up. She is one I've seen. Some of the other people I like to watch besides Crochet Ma for Life, I started watching Cute and Cozy Co. She's new on YouTube. She's a mother, and you know, I like it, down to earth. So she is one. I like to watch, or trying to find new people, especially in the crochet, you know, videos. So if anyone knows of any other YouTubers that are new in the crochet world, leave it in the comments, because I would really like to watch, you know, we support each other. And then, you know, you got your big hitters, like, or I call them that, you know, they're famous, the Cinnamon Stitches, Bag O' Day, of course. And, the Crochet Crowd, and Bella Coco, and Jada Stitches are the three that I really like, because I taught myself how to crochet. So I learned through that, do those videos through them. And I've been crocheting for about, I say 13 years. But at first I was not as into it, you know. And then about 9 years ago, when we moved out here, I started getting more into it, like, okay, you know, really getting into it. And it's just bringing me back, like, because my grandma, she's 94, and she still crochets, you know. So it just connects me with them, because I live in California, and they live over there, like Arkansas. I don't have any family here. Texas, Arkansas. And she crochets. She does these little pot holders. Yeah, she likes to do that. She does that. She does canning and all that. You know, it just helps me to connect, you know, be with her, even though I'm not with her. I can't really see her. I'll call her and see how she's doing, of course. And then as for this month of October, I have crocheted a few things, not too much. Oh, I forgot. Do I have that? Well, I did do this one, I did a zombie chicken, because I have chickens. So I wanted to, oh, I forgot. I did a white one, just like this, but in white, for my youngest, because she likes chickens. And I did this one because last year I did this little baby chick. You see, I glued the little knife, and she's not to be messed with, okay? You know, they're together. She gonna protect her mama. But, so I did that one. Oh, I did that ghost dolly, too, in October. I did this one last year, this little candy corn, last year. I like to put it on my little chair right here. And put it up here, maybe you can see it better. And then last year I did Nightmare Before Christmas, Oogie Boogie. And this guy, the little dog, which the eyes, you see? So if anyone, you know, you could do this and give it to a child, because the eyes are not embroidered. And the mouth, I keep forgetting, I need to put the little worms. But the mouth is really deep. I mean, the end of my finger is down here. So, you know what I mean? So I did these last year. And when, like those little kits at Five and Below, they're selling, I don't know if they still are, but of course I grabbed the Jack. I did Jack. Oh, that's the reflection of the ring. Sorry, the light. I got Jack. I haven't done him yet. I just kind of like a little burnt out on Halloween items. And I got Sally. But it's Nightmare Before Christmas, so I guess I still have till Christmas to do it. I don't know. Well, I did that, and I did from the little kits. I'm working on Michael. I have it over there. And I did Jason's mask and knife. Here's the mask. Now, as for the details, I didn't use string. I just used some of that 3D puffy paint. And for the machete, I did the same thing. Those little fuzzies. To make the blood look, better on it. I don't know, you can't see it there. I guess that's okay. So I did that, which I want to connect them like a string, like Cinnamon Stitches did with hers. And I thought, oh, that's a good idea. So that way I don't lose the machete. Jason don't get mad. He won't get mad. We lost his favorite toy. So I got those, and I also got, I just went crazy with the kits. I'm serious. I got the Stitch, of course. It was so cute. And they come with all the crochet needle, crochet hook. It has a needle too. The crochet hook is a metal hook, so that's good. I got Chucky. He a little more on that detail. Now I got this next one. I know it's not Halloween, but my husband pointed it out. I got this little strawberry bag. And what I was thinking with this strawberry bag, my church, they do one of those giving trees where you pick a, boy or girl, it says on there, so many years old, and you get a toy. So I figured, okay, I can do that. That's really cute. And then maybe make crochet a little baby doll and put it in there for the little girl and give that as a little gift at my church. But there's that. And I also did, in my hallway, hanging on the wall in my hallway, I did a bunting with like spider webs, and it has like these little pumpkins. I did pumpkins that will hang, like you get spider webs and they're like hanging. I did spider webs going like that, and then I got 2 pumpkins. And then as for I did ghost when I talked about the crochet ghost coasters, which is these that I did from, got it from Yarn Inspiration, this book. See this right here. Those ghost coasters, what I did because I got some of that glow-in-the-dark puffy paint, which I love glow-in-the-dark things. But let me see if I can do it. So along the edge, all around the edges of the ghost, I just outlined it with the glow-in-the-dark puffy paint, and they look really good. It came out good. It's another little dolly. But yeah, if you guys want to see more of this book, let me know. Leave in the comments or something. And there's that. And I kind of gotten into the amigurumi, which, I've done a few Yoda or Star Wars or Harry Potter fans here. So this is all that soft blanket yarn. And I did this little elephant guy, this elephant, his little tail. But there was so much sewing on this. I saw it and I was like, oh, that's so cute. I want to do it. I want to make it. But, it's one of those projects where you're like, oh, I'm over it. Do I want to do another one? No, I wouldn't say never. I mean, you never know. Maybe something that doesn't have as much sewing, because you had to sew the snout. You had the nose, the ears, the arms, of course, the tail. You had to do the stitching for the show the fingernails or toes or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, there's those two with my amigurumi kind of deal. And let me see, what is today? Wednesday. Let me see. When in the morning, like I get up like 5 in the morning, make my husband's lunch, because he works in construction. So there's times where, there's nothing close where he can get something to eat. So I get up and there's no point to go back to sleep, because then I got to take my daughter to school. And so I'll crochet. And this week I got some coasters. I did the red sunflower. I did a yellow. And, I did like 2 reds, 2 yellows. And then I found this off of Pinterest. I did the little skull coaster and a blue one. Oh, sorry, I have that upside down. There's the blue one. And I put a little bow on it because I made this for a friend of mine. She lives in over there, Arkansas. And I'm gonna send her a little like boo box through the mail, for Halloween. And so, little coasters. She has a couple boys, so that's why, or maybe her daughter might want it, whatever. I was thinking about putting a couple pumpkins too. Maybe I'll add that. I'm not sure yet, but there's that. And this week it's been rainy here. Like today is just cloudy. It's cold outside, which it just makes you want to start making those blankets more and the beanies, and because I know myself during the winter, I like to do the blankets more, of course, because you're like keeping warm under the blanket and crocheting at the same time. But there's that. And it was raining. I think it started Monday, the rain. And yesterday was a lot. I think it's supposed to stop this weekend. So yeah, I plan on, I'm still thinking about what I'm gonna put here. So it's not so blank, my walls, when you watch the videos. But yeah, I think that's it for my first video. What, I'm going on 28 minutes. But yeah, I really hope you guys continue to watch, subscribe, and leave any comments down below, especially if you know any new YouTubers too that in crocheting. And let me know too your October projects. I would like to see what you were doing this month too, or the month's not over, what you plan on doing, or if you are already thinking about November, because it seems like sometimes Thanksgiving get passed over and goes straight to Christmas. Yeah, if so again, thank you, and I hope you enjoy spending this time with me, and we just crochet and chat. And I feel like I got a little fuzzy on my face from all the crochet stuff. Like I was saying, so just crochet, would chat, hang out. Oh, one other thing I was gonna say, something about getting out of my comfort zone. I wanted to ask anyone that has done this, like started like a crochet group or club in their local town. Like you physically can see the person and go and you guys get together once, I don't know, once a month or a week or depending. Because that's something I thought about doing. And, you know, starting one. One of the reasons why I haven't is I just afraid that I start it and then, you know, everybody gets busy with life. You can't help it. You know, I don't want to start this and then I can't continue it. But I thought, well, maybe if that happens, I still brought these people together. But I wanted to know any other people that have started this or done it and what were their thoughts about it. Did they really enjoy it? Were they glad that someone started one? Because that's something I thought about doing, and then we can get together and crochet stuff for the, people in the community, like your Christmas parades, pass stuff out, to the kids or whatever. Because they do a really big Christmas parade here where I live. I mean, it's like the whole town, which I really love. Because I grew up, I went to high school in a big city. I lived in smaller towns, younger, and then it all varies on where my dad found jobs. So, we moved around. So I lived in both big city and small towns. I like the small town. I mean, I like the big city because you got a lot of stuff to do, which I love. But now that I'm getting older, it's like, give me my space. I need my space. I can't. I need my space. You know what I mean? Let me crochet. Let me crochet and just, And I like that the smaller town because of that. And it seems like, I don't know, maybe it just brings up memories of when I was small, But anyways, you leave a comment about what you're doing and for your October projects, and also what any new YouTubers and your thoughts about, or if you have done a crochet club or get together. I don't know, I can't think of the name of it, but yeah. Anyways, yeah. Thank you for stopping by and watching the video. Sorry it was so long for the first one. I hope you come again and hope to see you again, or not see you, I can't see you, but we talk again. And just have a good day and have a good month. And thank you. Bye.